Okay, so welcome and happy April, everybody. April 1st is a very significant day for me personally, and that's not because my kids are doing jokes on me all day and the rest of the afternoon either. It's that for many reasons, but no least of which is that it kicks off the month of the military child. As many of you recall, Edwards takes that very seriously, and no team on Edwards takes that more seriously than the folks that Mrs. Brown and I have the honor to be surrounded by today. The team at the FSS and the rest of the folks that put their arms at work around all of our children every day. So with that in mind, and in honor of all of you, the military children of our fine American U.S. Air Force and the United States, I have a proclamation that I'm going to sign here. The proclamation is the month of the military child. Whereas thousands of brave Americans have demonstrated their courage and commitment to freedom by serving the armed forces of the United States of America in active duty posts around the world, and whereas the center of the aerospace testing universe, hashtag Takata2, it's not written, but we can say that, has more than 3,300 military-connected children and youth that have parents serving our mission here on Edwards Air Force Base, California, and Air Force Plant 42. And whereas these children and youth are a source of pride and honor to all of us, and it is only fitting that we take the time to recognize their contributions, celebrate their spirit, and let our men and women in uniform know that while they are taking care of us, we, as a community, are taking care of their children and youth. And whereas the recognition of the month of the military child, first established in 1986 by Defense Secretary Caspar Weinberger, will allow us to pay tribute to military children for their commitment, their struggles, their unconditional support of our troops, their successes, and when their parents serve in the military, their kids serve too. And whereas everyone is encouraged to wear purple on Friday, April 16th, and frankly, every other day in April, please, as a visible sign to thank military-connected children for their strength and sacrifice. That's our big Purple Up Day, everybody. Purple Up, April 16th. And whereas this month-long salute to military children and youth will encourage local community support to provide direct support to military children and families. Therefore, I, Brigadier General Matt Higer, commander of the 412th Test Wing, Edwards Air Force Base, along with Colonel Randall Gordon, my vice, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Thompson, and Mr. Dan Osborne, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2021 to be the month of the military child on Edwards Air Force Base and Air Force Plant 42, and urge the appropriate recognition thereof, dated this first day of April in the year 2021. All right. So here's a pen. All right. Ma'am, I don't have a wipe, but if you'd like to say something, we'd be honored to hear from you, and it's recorded for posterity too. So.
Well, I'm delighted to be here on this day of proclamation for Edwards Air Force Base and the recognition for our children in the month of the military child. Is that right?
Military child.
Okay, it's a little bit of a mouthful, but the month of the military child. So thank you for helping me with that. But we welcome all of you to be able to enjoy and celebrate our children. They are our treasures, they are our future, and we look forward to being able to enjoy the time. The staff that you see here, the folks that are behind us, are all willing participants to be able to serve our children and help them grow to be wonderful adults and cheerleaders for our Air Force. So thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for the privilege of allowing me to be a part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, so one of the things that a lot of people don't realize about leadership across the Air Force is that it doesn't surprise anyone that many of us have children, but what does, I think, a lot of surprise people when they connect the fact that I think the Brown family is included in this too. The Higer children have literally been in the care of folks like you, and my son, literally some of you, through their entire lives to date, and I think the Brown children all the way into school as well. And that connection at a personal level between the leadership of the service, the leadership of the installations, and the trust that we display in you is very evident and well-deserved. And we can't thank you enough as the caregivers. And who knows what little person you get at, is it 6 weeks still? Is that how young they can be here? is going to grow up to potentially be a leader in our nation and a leader in our service. And I would say there's a higher probability than otherwise that an Air Force child is going to be a leader in our nation in the future. So thank you for being a part of their growth and their development. And our nation thanks you for not just caring for them today, but help develop them for tomorrow and their future roles as well. So thank you all.